Shout out Set Go Recruits.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Set Go Recruiting Show. I'm your host, Luke Turner. Over here at Set Go Recruits, we interview some of the top high school football recruits in the country. Today's episode is brought to you by Athlete Asset Protection. For all your NIL representation and all your NIL negotiation, make sure you go check out Athlete Asset Protection. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe, and follow the Instagram in the description below. With that being said, without further ado, let's get into this episode. Today I'm here with four-star class of 26 Oregon edge rusher commit Prince Tavizon out of Lincoln High School. Bro, Prince, what's going on?
None, just chilling. How you been?
Chilling? Doing great, man. How are
That's
you?
good. I'm doing all right myself.
And then, bro, how was this past off season for you?
My off season has been a little challenging just with trying to keep up with training, playing 7-on-7, and still dealing with all the trials and tribulations in my personal life. Also was trying to get all my stuff in order for a reclassification.
Yeah. And then starting fall camp here pretty soon. What's it been like kind of to be back meshing with your team and stuff?
Being back with my team has been amazing, seeing the new players and seeing how they can fit into our program, and just looking forward to having a great season with them.
And then with that being said, is there any personal goals that you kind of have set for this season or
Yes, sir. Winning different defensive player of the year, and just making sure I maintain my grades. I got a couple other things I got in the works, and just y'all be ready for that too.
Yeah. And then I didn't plan on asking this question, but it just came to mind right now. How is it balancing grades and football for you?
Uh, to me, it's pretty. It's like in between hard and easy sometimes because I'm at school all day from the crack of dawn to like 8 p.m. after practice, so it gets kind of challenging, but it's pretty easy for the most part.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
And then so you go to Lincoln.
Yes,
What
sir.
should the people watching be expecting from Lincoln High School football this upcoming season?
Definitely dominant, raw football, high energy, explosive on both sides of the ball. Defense gonna fly around, and offense is gonna be explosive this year for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And then so you just obviously reclassed
Yes, sir.
going into your senior year. What's been your favorite moment so far of your high school football career?
One of my favorite memories on the field has to be state game last year when I got the sack in the last like 9 seconds of the game, and then like it felt amazing. And then my team rushed the field, was hugging me. It was a great experience and a great memory for sure. That's gonna stick with me forever.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
So was that kind of like to seal the game?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that must have been an amazing moment for you.
Yeah, it was.
And then just a side question,
Yes, sir.
what's some adversity? It could be like growing up or even like recently, what's some adversity that you had to overcome to get to where you are now?
Some adversity I had to overcome, and it's been pretty much honestly. I went through a lot growing up, so it's been a struggle growing up with a single mom. My father's been absent half my life, so having him move and bounce around from place to place, I think it's the biggest one. Losing my grandfather and uncle being so young, and having to learn how to deal with death. Those are just some of the things that I have to deal with that have modeled me and built me to who I am today for sure.
Yeah. You say those moments kind of helped you get to
Like,
where you are.
yeah,
Like
built
going
me.
through that helped you to persevere and get to where you are
Yeah,
today.
because I know they would want me to be the best I am and better for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. And then let's talk recruiting. Let's transition over to the recruiting side of
Okay.
things. So like I said earlier, you just reclassed recently from
Yes,
the
sir.
27 to the 26 class. Take us through kind of that decision to reclass up.
My choice was personal. I have touched on that already on top of being ahead of like all my classes academically, and I just genuinely feel ready after multiple conversations and going over it with my with Coach Dunn and my mom and future college coaches. I just felt it was a best choice for me, and I'm ready, to be honest.
For sure. And then, so you just committed to Oregon recently.
Yes,
What was
sir.
kind of the overall recruiting process like for you?
The recruiting process was pretty nice and simple. I've been to a couple different schools, and going out seeing different schools is a blessing, and I'm very blessed to have the opportunity to see different schools. I would love to see a few different schools, and I'm planning on going on visits later into the season. But recruiting process was pretty fun for me.
And then in the end, why Oregon? What were some key like factors that kind of led you to make that decision?
Oregon was on me pretty hard since they jumped on board. They basically, already had a feeling that I was going to end up there because my dream school is Oregon since I was a kid and little. And then the program, uh, I like how they operate and how they develop players. And like Coach Dan Lanning, the edge guy, Coach Tosh, and then my guy, Coach Cam. I like what they're doing in the edge room. And our relationship with the coaches is we're pretty tied in for sure. I talk to them almost every day, and those are my guys. The coaches are real. They'll tell you straight up, like right is right, wrong is wrong. They'll never lie to you.
Yeah. So you'd say you have a really good relationship with like the coaching staff.
Yes, sir.
And then I know you touched on it that Oregon was your dream school growing up.
Okay.
Getting that offer initially from Oregon, how
Oh
what
man.
was going through your head?
So the first so the day I got offered, Dan Lanning came in to talk to me personally, and then he didn't offer me. I think he called Tosh. And then after I was done talking to Coach Dan Lanning, it was at lunchtime. I was in school, and like I got that call from Tosh. I was like, "Whoa, why is he calling me?" And he was just talking to me. He was like, "I like you. I wanna coach you, and I'm gonna offer you." And it was like, damn. I was like, I didn't know what to say. I was speechless, and I was shocked. And so it meant the world when I got that offer for sure.
Yeah, man, that must have been an amazing feeling growing
Yeah,
up, being an Oregon, having Oregon be your dream school, and then
for sure.
having them come want to see you, and
Yeah,
then eventually offer you.
yes, sir.
And then my last question for you
Yep,
is: I know there's a lot of kids out there watching who
yep,
dream of being in your position, being a 4-star edge, being an Oregon commit, right? When to
yes,
play
sir.
D1 football. What advice would you give to those kids watching that want to be in your position?
Sure. Some advice I would give kids that are dreaming to be in the position that I am, and that a bunch of other student athletes are in the position that I am. First and foremost, put your trust in God. Never stop believing in yourself for sure. Even when it gets hard and when you have people talking down on you, just keep pushing, keep driving to be the best version of yourself. Because there's someone always working 10 times harder than you trying to be in the same position that you want to be in, that you're dreaming of. And I would say use all the negative energy and comments and stuff and use it as fuel to keep going for sure.
Yeah, bro, that's great advice. Bro, Prince, thank you so much
So,
for
of
coming on the
course,
show. I really
of
appreciate
course.
you for taking your time and
I
doing this
appreciate
interview.
you.
I'm excited
Yes,
to
sir.
watch you this season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it.